You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome back. Today we've been wading through quite a mix of articles and notes, stuff covering the latest in tech, design, and, well, branding. And honestly, some of the connections we found are pretty interesting, the kind of thing that, helps you cut through the noise. We really wanted to get straight to the core of what's actually changing, especially how brands are trying to connect today. Authenticity, cohesion, really understanding what users need. Let's jump in. Okay, first off, something that actually made me laugh a bit recently. TripAdvisor's new logo. For their 25th anniversary, they worked with Kodo. And they brought back Ollie the owl, but more expressive, more focused on the traveler, plus a warmer color palette, kind of photo-inspired, really trying to push that authenticity angle.
Yeah, and what was really striking wasn't just the logo itself, but how they revealed it. It wasn't your standard corporate announcement, was it? They went super unconventional, pretty funny, actually. Dropped the whole thing on Instagram talking about Ollie getting cosmetic surgery. Yep. Parody language,
Ah, yeah, saw that.
It was smart, because that self-aware sort of tongue-in-cheek tone, it tapped right into internet culture. And it preempted any criticism, made the brand feel way more human. It turned a simple logo reveal into this shareable moment, emotional connection over formality.
That's really interesting, using humor to build relatability.
Yeah.
But I wonder, for a brand like TripAdvisor, where trust is paramount, is there a risk, being too jokey with a rebrand?
Well, it's definitely a balancing act, always, but I think here the playfulness actually kind of reinforces their authenticity. By poking fun at themselves, they show they're, human, which builds a different kind of trust, maybe. It feels more real than just being stuffy.
Fair point. That realness, that personality. It makes me think about other big tech players, maybe shifting gears a bit.
Yeah.
Like Google. They're also making brand moves, maybe less humorous, but just as strategic about pulling things together.
Oh, absolutely. Google's Gemini logo update is a great example of that strategic cohesion. Remember the old blue and purple? Gone. Now it's got Google's main colors, that red, yellow, green, blue gradient. And the star shape is still there, but softer, more rounded points, feels a bit more organic.
Right, more Google-y.
Exactly. And that small change does a lot of work. It makes Gemini feel less like this separate AI thing over here, and more like it just belongs in Google Workspace, part of the family. It signals pretty clearly that they're aiming for this unified AI experience across their products.
That makes total sense from a branding perspective, consistency. But does that visual alignment actually, help people use it more, especially with something complex like AI?
I think it does, quite a bit, actually. Consistency builds familiarity, right, and trust. When Gemini looks and feels like the Google tools you already use every day, it lowers the barrier. You're probably more likely to try it, to integrate it, because it doesn't feel so alien. It feels like an extension of what you know.
And this integration, it's not just about visuals, is it? It ties right into their actual AI product rollouts, like what they're doing with video generation.
Precisely. They've just launched their VO3 model globally. That's the AI for making short videos from text prompts. It's out now in over 150 countries. I'm in 59, I think. But it's for Gemini AI Pro subscribers, so the paid tier. You can make these little 8-second videos. 3 per day is the current limit. And they're already talking about adding image-to-video stuff down the line, making AI video way more accessible.
Okay, so we've seen TripAdvisor using personality, Google focusing on cohesive branding and product integration. It all kind of points back to a really fundamental idea in business and design, doesn't it?
Yeah.
About understanding why people actually choose one product over another, what job it does for them.
Yeah, exactly. It really brings up this core concept, jobs to be done. The idea is pretty simple, really. Brands win when people clearly connect them to a specific job they need done, and the brand has to be really good at doing that job. Think about Listerine. Why does it dominate mouthwash?
Kills germs, bad breath.
Right. Kills germs. That's the job. They've hammered that home for ages. What's wild is its history, though. Listerine started as a surgical antiseptic. Then they marketed it as, believe it or not, a floor cleaner. Then a dandruff cure. And then finally a breath freshener. But through all that, Kills Germs was the constant. That was the strategic anchor. That's the job people hired it for in their mind.
Wow. Floor cleaner. Okay, so thinking about that, for you listening, maybe pause next time you grab a tool or use an app. Ask yourself, beyond the obvious function, what's the real job you're hiring it for? So quite a range today, huh? from TripAdvisor's witty owl makeover, to a Google strategic AI alignment and this underlying principle of jobs to be done. Understanding these shifts, these nuances in tech and design, it really helps grasp what makes things stick, what builds trust, what connects.
Absolutely. And maybe a final thought to chew on. Considering how brands build that kind of resilience, what specific job is your favorite everyday tool really hired to do? Maybe something beyond just its surface level function.
Good question. Something to think about. Keep exploring, keep asking why, and we'll catch you next time.
Spoken Tech for your ears.